This is the 30 Days to Sell Cars podcast. In this episode, we're taking a short pause from our usual schedule to talk about automotive marketing amidst chaos and uncertainty. If you're wondering what to do to protect your income during the health crisis and be ready to thrive and even grow in the financial aftermath, you're not going to want to miss this special show. Hi, my name is Sean Casey, and this week, as I've mentioned in the intro, we're taking a quick break from our customer acquisition formula to talk about automotive marketing growth ideas amidst the chaos and uncertainty we're living these days. Look, if your livelihood depends on your ability to sell cars, even in times of chaos and uncertainty, what I'm about to share with you might be the most crucial piece of content that you will ever come across this year. If you're an automotive sales professional or part of the management team or ownership team of the dealership, you quickly need to take some essential steps to protect your income and your business and shield it against the inevitable roller coaster ride we're about to take because of the global health crisis. It's no secret that the current worldwide events will have a profound impact on the automotive business and your ability to sell cars in the next few weeks and months. But you should also be prepared for the long-term repercussions due to the financial impact and ramification caused by people's reaction to fear. In other words, it's a new world out there today. And if there's one thing I've learned from navigating the dot-com bubble burst into 2000s and the housing market crash in 2008, it's that living in denial in the early stages of an economic change will only make you vulnerable. You must take immediate action to optimize your customer acquisition systems, think strategically, make yourself known as the top automotive authority in your market, and position yourself as the only option for potential prospects. Anything less won't cut it. Keep in mind that these times of contractions are also incredible opportunities to stand out and take the lead in your area. Most of your competitors will slow down, pull back completely, or chase short-term tactics that won't last through the crisis. This lack of strategic thinking will make them weak and expose the frailty of their organization. Remember what Warren Buffett said, "A high tide raises all boats, but low tide exposes everybody who is swimming without pants." If you use the information I'm about to share, you can not only survive the troubled times ahead, but thrive, prosper, and even grow amidst the chaos and uncertainty we're facing in the car business today. Now, what to do when the markets shrink? My opinion? Go in the opposite direction. The first thing we will experience in the next few days, weeks, and months is a significant reduction in the size of the market. Many buyers who were at the bottom of the funnel, ready to buy, will delay, postpone, or cancel their decision to purchase, and prospects throughout the top and the middle of the funnel will extend their shopping process beyond the current 104, 180 days of the shopping cycle. This behavior will shrink the traditional 7 to 9% of in-market vehicle shoppers everybody's usually fighting for. So spending more money on Google pay-per-click search campaigns or reaching potential prospects with initiatives focusing on incentives, prices, and payments will produce minimal results. You must review and carefully assess every dollar you're spending on targeting the shrinking portion of the market. What should you do instead? Well, like I was saying, go in the opposite direction and focus your efforts on non-intenders, aka the other 95% of the population who is not in the market for a vehicle. I have reviewed this strategy in detail in my video, The One Thing, that you can find on YouTube. I'll also put the link in the show's notes. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you watch it now. In a nutshell, I explain how the car business is the most beautiful business in the world because everybody would change their vehicle today for something bigger, better, faster, more fuel efficient, electric, with more cargo space or the latest technology, but they just don't know they can. These prospects keep themselves out of the market because of their misperception of things like trade value, their credit, or the cash required to do a transaction. When you create content marketing that tackles these misperceptions, you get these non-intenders to move into market to solve the automotive problem they have, and you and your dealership get the first kick at the can with these prospects. While all your competitors will be fighting in a bloody ocean, bidding more and more for ads targeting a shrinking audience that will cost a fortune to reach, you will be alone in a blue ocean full of prospects where competition is irrelevant. Here's another tip. Shift from advertising cars to providing value through content marketing. In times of chaos and uncertainty, the market for people looking to buy a vehicle might shrink, but people's need for automotive solutions doesn't. In other words, there are fewer buyers, but as many people who need to upgrade their transportation. Now, the difference might sound subtle, but understanding the nuances will make or break your communications in these troubled times. You see, potential prospects move on the awareness spectrum from left to right, going through different stages of awareness. In the beginning, they are entirely unaware of the problem they have, the solutions available, and your dealership's brand or models. Then one day, an automotive issue appears on the radar of their lives. The vehicle is too small or doesn't provide enough cargo space, the lease or finance is coming to an end, or the vehicle is due for some costly repair. Now they are problem aware. Once these prospects realize they can fix the problem they have and that there is a slew of available car dealers or automotive professionals to help them find solutions, they are now solution aware. Throughout their research for a solution, solution-aware prospects might come across your brand, your dealership, or your name as a solution. Bravo! You made the shortlist. These prospects are now product-aware. Finally, at the very far right of the awareness spectrum, you have the product-aware prospects who happen to have already bought from you or your store. They already know you, love you, trust you. They are the most aware prospects. Intenders are, in effect, product-aware and most-aware prospects. When times are good, you can somewhat afford to focus your marketing on selling inventory, prices, and payments. It's not the most powerful type of communication, but it works. But in times of contractions, when you shift your focus towards non-intenders, you have to realize that you're now talking to prospects in the problem and solution awareness stages. These prospects don't care about specific brands or models yet, so spending your money on pushing inventory is pointless. Instead, you need to shift your communication efforts on creating content that will educate prospects about the problem they are facing and the potential solutions available. This content marketing strategy will position you and your dealership as the automotive authority in the area. It will also help you move non-intenders into intenders and intercept prospects at the top and the middle of the funnel way before your competitors have a chance to reach them. You've probably told your sales team a million times not to sell the features, but to sell the benefits, right? It's kind of the same thing I'm trying to get you to do, but with your marketing. Let your competitors pay hefty prices to push their inventory down people's throat on every platform available. You, instead, create valuable content that will provide prospects with ways to become more aware of the automotive problem they have and the automotive solutions you offer. Remember that people don't buy the physical objects we sell, but the emotional benefit they get from it. People don't want lawnmowers. They want nicely cut grass. People don't want snow shovels. They want a safe driveway. People don't want vehicles. They want an automotive solution to their transportation problem. Now here's a warning. You can go broke with paid ads. During times of chaos and uncertainty, business owners usually make one of two knee-jerk reactions. On the one hand, you have those who shut everything down and hope to survive on crumbs. On the other, you have those who increase their ad spend without testing how the message resonates with their audience in this new context. In my humble opinion, both will get you broke or in trouble. What used to work might not work anymore. Platforms that used to yield a substantial ROI might not perform as well as before. Assume nothing. Test everything, mainly when it comes to the messaging of your communications. The best way to protect your available budget is to use the organic portion of your social media channels as a sandbox. Here's the rule. Don't ever spend a dime on an ad you haven't tested organically for engagement and conversions. First, make sure you and your sales team are using the connection features on the 4 big social media platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, to grow your network daily with local connections. Second, start curating relevant, educational, and useful content that will bring value to your audience and help them enjoy a better ownership experience, no matter what vehicle they are driving now. Executing on this simple 2-step tactics will be like having your fingers on the pulse of the market. It will also provide you with valuable feedback that will allow you to fine-tune to perfection your messaging and identify the audiences the most responsive to your communications. When you find a winning message and audience, develop 5 angles to communicate it and 4 images for each angle. This will give you a variation of 20 different posts you will be able to test for free on the platform. Use the post that will generate the most engagement as your ad and amplify it with a decent budget. While your competitors will be burning through their available cash trying to get something to work, you will be spending money on proving winning ad content, angles, and images. Dan Kennedy, a veteran direct response marketer who helped sell billions of dollars of product and services, said, "The company who can pay the most to acquire a customer wins in any niche, in any market, in any economy." The problem is most of your competitors don't know their numbers. They don't know their cost per lead, their cost per appointment, and their cost to acquire a customer by traffic source. Because they are driving blind, they don't know how much they can spend for a click. You should. And because you know your numbers, you'll be able to outbid them all day without ever spending a penny over your cost of acquiring a new customer. Remember what Dan said, and I'm paraphrasing now, the dealership who can pay the most to acquire a car buyer wins amidst the chaos and uncertainty in any area of the country, even in troubled times. Now beware of the tactical charlatans and develop strategic thinking. One of the things I urge you to do is to avoid falling in the trap of chasing silver bullets and one-off tactics in the hope these will carry you through the crisis. Vendors will come out of the woodworks with silver bullets and magical solution promising to solve all your problems. But short-term thinking will not solve the long-term effect this global crisis will have on the sales of your dealership. I'm not saying this to be cynical about the future. Quite the opposite. If you know anything about me, you know I'm an eternal optimist. But I want to advocate prudence. I take very seriously the fact that you're trusting me enough with your time to consume this content. Although I usually love to test new ideas and concepts, in dark times, I prefer to focus on fundamentals. Fundamentals will provide you with consistent and predictable sales that will allow you to protect your business and even thrive and grow amidst the chaos and uncertainty. Here are the 3 fundamental pillars of business survival and growth. 1. A well-documented customer acquisition system. These are the steps and sequences you use to turn total strangers into paying customers and raving fans. 2. Actionable metrics. Metrics that will allow you to make decisions as to the effectiveness of your customer acquisition system. And 3. Powerful tools and tactics. Discovering the tools and tactics that are the best suited to support your overall strategy. A well-documented customer acquisition system will provide you with the roadmap and blueprint to execute daily. You will have an exact idea of your customer avatar, how to make them aware of your brand, how to engage with them, get them to subscribe, convert, get excited, buy your vehicles, back end product, and even advocate and promote your dealership. Actionable metrics will provide you with valuable insight as to how you're executing your customer value journey and how well your tactics and your tools are performing. Contrary to vanity metrics like followers or VDP views or other empty metrics, these will allow you to know which step of the customer value journey needs your attention and what action you need to take. It's easy to identify the right tools and tactics once you have a well-documented customer acquisition system in place and the right metrics to measure the effectiveness of your execution. But without a well-documented journey, tactics will make you feel like a one-hit wonder with a few sporadical wins here and there and zero consistency and predictability. Without actionable metrics, on the other hand, you'll feel like a bull in a china shop, making mistakes and causing damages in situations that would have required careful thinking and behavior. If you would like to get an automotive marketing audit and validate your dealership's readiness to face the current crisis and develop the blueprint and roadmap you will need to protect your dealership today, survive the financial aftermath, and thrive and grow amidst the chaos and uncertainty, use the link in the show's note. Now, here are a few final thoughts. Participating in the economy is a choice. You can sit back and wait to see how things pan out. Hey, most of your competitors will do just that. Or take the survival and growth of your dealership in your hands. Be proactive. Take the position of leadership. Position yourself as the automotive authority and the only choice for prospects in your market. Tell a better story. Remove the fear, and they will buy. If you want more educational content to help you navigate the crisis, check out my training on the 3 mindset shifts required to sell amidst the chaos and the uncertainty. I'll make sure to put the link to the training in the show's notes. But if you're ready to audit your dealership's readiness to face the crisis, just click the link in the show's notes and request your free strategy call with me. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you will be back for more great automotive content to help you build your customer acquisition machine and survive, thrive, and grow amidst chaos and uncertainty. If you did like that content, make sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify so you don't miss the next episodes and all the content I will be sharing to provide you the blueprint of your customer attraction machine. Make sure to also leave me a few comments on the content I shared with you today. I'm curious to get your feedback and hear about how you survived the current crisis. In the next episode, we will go back to our regular schedule and take a deep dive together into the second component of the customer acquisition formula, which is to define your goal. If you're tired of cold calling, waiting for ups, chasing tactics, and waiting for the right incentives so you can sell more cars, you're not going to want to miss our next show. Until then, I wish you a great week. Remember that we have only 30 days to sell cars when the month starts, and we probably have less than that if you look at your calendars right now. So like I love to say, let's sell some cars.